Korean food. So you're going to be eating Korean food for the first time. Yay. You're going to love it. I love it. I eat Korean food every month. And I'm like an honorary Korean. So, what to expect on your first foray into Korean cuisine? Maybe you're going to a friend's house or girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, something, restaurant. You're trying Korean food somewhere, somehow. I'm going to assume it's at a Korean restaurant. Let's just say that. So, what to expect when you're going to go eat at your first Korean restaurant? Well, number one, Korean food's awesome. It's very, very healthy. And if you're a health nut like me, you're going to love it. Korean food is clean. It's probably, yeah, some of the healthiest food on earth. I mean, you're dealing with like fish, soup, vegetables. That's pretty much it. I mean, they have some meats like kalbi. We'll get into that. But so, yeah, it's great food. I would say if you are going to the Korean restaurant really hungry, be prepared maybe to order 2 or 3 dishes for yourself, because Korean food is not heavy food. It's not like other types of countries or other types of cultures' foods, or like the standard American fare, which is like, really heavy kind of fast food, fried this, fried that, massive steaks, massive this, massive that. Korean food is light, it's smaller portions. It's kind of analogous to maybe like portion size, maybe like Italian food in Italy, not Italian food in America, because Italy and Korea are both peninsulas. So they're going to have very, not the same food, but some common themes, and I'm Italian. So I've been to Italy, but I haven't been to Korea, but I'm an honorary Korean. So I would say, yeah, so both have some common themes. Both are peninsulas, a lot of fish, a lot of fish, a lot of fish. Soups, Korean cuisine is more into rice, where Italians are more into pasta, but both are carbs. So, anyways, back to Korea. But you go to a Korean restaurant, let's assume. So you're gonna look at fish, you're gonna look at rice, you're gonna look at vegetables, you're going to look at soups, hot or cold, and you're going to be eating vegetables, particularly cabbage, kimchi. Cabbage, aka kimchi, is huge. It is a staple in the Korean cuisine. So now, I don't like spicy. That's the one thing I don't like, and nothing's perfect. There's a lot of Italian foods I don't like, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of spicy. So Korean food does have a lot of not spicy options, so that's a good thing. But cabbage, kimchi is like the heart and soul of Korean cuisine, and actually, I would say cabbage is one of the healthiest, or kimchi is one of the healthiest things you can eat. It's an acquired taste. I mean, if you've never ate it before, you'll like it the more you eat it. But anyways, yeah, so you're looking at a lot of things are spicy, but not all things. Other thing in a Korean restaurant, you could order soda. A lot of places you can order liquor, but typically Korean culture, Korean cuisine, you're not really drinking soda. You're going to drink water, hot water, which would be poricha. It's kind of like a rice water, or you're going to drink just water, which I love because I'm a health nut. Yeah, like I said, you can order your soda and the crap drinks if you want. Um, the cost at a Korean restaurant, most, unless you're going to be eating meats like kalbi, we'll get into that again. Most Korean restaurants are cost friendly. It's not going to break the bank. Again, you're dealing in soups and vegetables. You're not going to a steakhouse. And the fish that you're going to eat, it's not salmon. It's not like that. It's a whole fish, and you have to kind of like cut the fish yourself or pick apart the fish yourself. I don't know the type of fish. I'm sure I could look it up, but they're small fish, the size of like, I don't know, maybe like the size of a little bit bigger than your hand lengthwise. Again, it's not the main meal. It's going to be part of your meal. And speaking of which, you're going to be sharing your meal typically with the table. So family style, but family style in the sense of you're going to eat out of the same bowls. You're going to take your food from the master bowl, the big bowl, and bring it into your bowl, but everyone else is doing the same thing too. So it's very, very communal. It's the way it is. You don't have to if you don't want to do that. You can get your own thing, but when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So you're at a Korean restaurant, that's how you're going to flow, baby. Unless you're sick, then don't do that. But most Korean restaurants are mom and pop operations. They're not, major world conglomerates, but there are some Korean restaurants that do have local chains, 3 or 4 or 5 stores, but most are your local mom and pops, which is nice, so you get that kind of like one-on-one feel. Most Korean restaurants, they're not fooling around, man. They run a tight ship. You come in, you order, the food's out. You're not, before you can think of something, they're bringing it out to you. So very well-run establishments. So, but they're busy typically, especially like during after hours, after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. Lunch hours can be busy, but like any other restaurant, off peak, yeah, it's going to be slower. And relax, there'll be all the English writing on the menus. And if you don't know something, that's fine. The waiter or waitresses can help you. But they're going to be smaller portions and they're going to be very healthy, very light. So something to note. If you're into steak, more quote unquote of an American type of thing, they do have steak called kalbi jim. It's what is it? I think it's ribs, and they're sliced meat, very small, kind of small portions, almost paper thin, but they're small, the size of maybe like 2 thumbs put together, and they're bits and pieces of sliced meat, very flavorful. They're marinated, and then they go on top of rice, and then they give you a large kind of lettuce, and you can kind of make a lettuce taco. Very healthy, very light, very, very tasty. That does cost more money. Obviously, now you're dealing in steaks, essentially. And they cook that for you typically on your table. If you go to a place that specializes in the Korean barbecue, they call it, then you're going to have a grill right in the middle of your table, like hibachi. But you're going to kind of be cooking the meat, actually. The waiter or waitress will come out and put the meat on there, and they'll turn it for you, but usually you'll do it yourself. That's a little bit of a different restaurant. Most Korean restaurants are not that. Most Korean restaurants are soup, fish, vegetables, So there's a lot of eggs that are incorporated into Korean dishes, like a hot bowl. They have like not a granite, I forgot what it's called, but it's a very stone bowl. And one of my favorites, I think it's called kibbim. But it's, you got rice, you got your egg in there, you got your vegetables, and maybe possibly a little meat or fish. It's very, very hearty, great in the winter, and it's a decent portion, and that's a nice kind of dish to eat. But other than that, yeah, so you got very family oriented. Restaurants are clean, cut, tight, run very, very professional. Like, there's you kind of don't linger. You eat and you get out, generally speaking. So what else? And that's about it. The costs are, again, if you're not going to be dealing in the kalbi, the costs are very, very friendly. It's not too expensive. And that's it. But yeah, give Korean food a try. You'll love it. And it's very, very healthy. And you know what? You can eat and you leave a Korean restaurant and you don't feel like shit. You know what I mean? Like you eat and you feel like, you know what? I'm satiated. I'm good. I ate. We can do dessert. You know what I mean? Like, so because some restaurants, the food can be just so heavy. You feel like, oh my God, not in a Korean restaurant. Korean restaurant, you're going to come out feeling like, wow, I feel good about myself. I ate well, I ate healthy. Like I said, the only thing is if you're really hungry, you may have to order a second dish or a second entree for yourself because, again, they're not massive quantities. They're smaller portions, generally speaking. So that's that. Try the Korean food. If you have a Korean restaurant near you, go do it. You're going to love it. I love it. You're going to love it. 감사합니다. Okay. Bye-bye.